Hey, yo, I'm back in the saddle again. I don't know, it just kind of felt like doing another reading because I asked my cards what is the intention of the woke movement, including all of it, the, racial shit, the gender shit, like all of it, everything that's going on right now. What is the intention of it? And well, you see all the people that are involved. Those are just people that are brainwashed and indoctrinated doing this. And I mean, there's a lot to unpack because the talking heads that is, the government and the elites, well, they're not actually the ones that are running the bigger picture of what's happening. Um, the dark forces, I mean, so many people say it's the Draconians, but who the fuck knows? Because, I am a Draconian starseed and I'm not evil. I am dual, but I'm not evil. But, the dark forces that always create chaos, that always want us separated, that don't want us working together, and, the Tower of Babel. They're all working together. Let's tear it down. So, what is the intent with this woke movement, with having everybody looking at each other instead of what's actually going on, and the government's enforcing this shit? Well, has anybody ever heard of Yuri Bezmenov? Within a few generations, the West will be destroyed. What's happening? The West is being destroyed. So, everything that's happening now was pre-planned generations ago. Like, we're destroying ourselves, and it's an inside job. Like, the governments are going along with this shit, the borders being open, sleeper cells, like all the shit that's been going on. Like, we're already at World War III. And I know, bigger channels don't want to say that kind of shit, but I'm not a big channel and I don't care about being demonetized because I'll never be monetized. But all of this shit was pre-planned. So, what is the intention of this woke movement? Alright, I'm using the Urban Crow Oracle with the Tarot of the Mystic Spiral. So we have freedom with the King of Pentacles and the Wheel. Now, what's happening right now? Our freedoms are disappearing. They have been for a long time. I mean, in my lifetime, they've been happening since 9/11. But they have been happening for quite some time. So, the people, the West, mostly, has freedom. And, what has happened to every country that has taken the guns from the people? Within a decade, mass murder and communistic governments and just pure destruction. So, this, in America, we're free, So the whole woke movement, you have the powers having that freedom in their fucking hand, making up their playbook, like, how are we gonna destroy these freedoms of these people? They have it all planned, like, got you, motherfuckers, you think you're free, but with this new movement, it's all gonna go bye-bye. And with the wheel, it's like they are holding so many people's fates in their hands. Like everybody that got the death shot, they, the vast majority of them, thought they were doing the right thing, but people are dying in the millions from that. Millions of people are dead because of they thought they were doing the right thing. And then, you had the fucking mob of people that were like, you didn't get your shot, stay away from me. And, just anybody that wanted bodily autonomy was like, we got outcasted. So they want to take your freedom and your choice, because they're holding that shit in the palm of their hand. Like, bitch, you think you're free, but I got you. And then we have Scavenge with the Moon and the Five of Cups. So the intention of this woke movement, with everything that has been happening within the past, I don't know, very long time. I mean, it's been a few decades that I've been realizing things, but within the past 5 years, with all the shit that's just been one after another, they want us poor. They want us reliant on them. They want us to not think for ourselves, to not have, in places, it's illegal to have a garden. In many places, it's illegal to have rainwater containment. What is the purpose of that except for people not to be self-reliant and be able to grow their own food, instead being slaves to the powers? So they want us poor. They want us dependent emotionally, physically, mentally, in all ways. They want us focused on stupid shit, be in our emotions, I can't handle the world, all these, fucking porcelain dolls that feel safe in these schools and colleges, but they don't know what the real world is. Oh, God, these people are just, it's sad what's happening to the youth, and they won't be able to handle, because what's happening to the youth being indoctrinated in schools and going through all of these gender affirming cares are rendering them infertile. So the next generation is mostly going to be the last for, they're crying over spilled milk and they can't see the truth of what's actually happening. And they want you crying over that spilled milk and in your emotions, I can't handle the world, because no, bitch, you can't handle the world. You and your safe spaces, you don't know what the real world is a harsh place. So being dependent on the government and the powers that be is what they want you to be doing with this whole woke agenda. And then we have curiosity with the Hanged Man. They don't want you to have curiosity. They don't want you to have critical thinking. They want you stuck. They want you trapped and not awakened. They don't want curiosity and asking questions and having actual logical conclusions to what is actually going on. They want you brainwashed. They want to take your freedom to think, to do, to be. So all of the things that are happening have been planned for a long time. And I know that a lot of people are just stuck on the little things that are happening, like the whole gender thing, or the racial thing, or the COVID thing, or the elites, and just, the cabal. But they're not looking at the big picture that the the elites, the people with money and that are in power are just talking heads. They worship something much greater than them. That is what is in control. And that is what is doing all of this, because the talking heads, they're just wheels. They're just cogs in the machine. They don't know the whole mechanism of it. They're just doing their parts because they're greedy motherfuckers, and there's always fucking assholes that will sell anybody out. They'll sell out their fucking mother for some greedy ambition, and that's really fucking sad. But this whole woke agenda is taking your freedoms. I mean, do you listen to what these people, these young people, are talking about? I mean, I have seen videos of people praising fucking Nazis. Are you fucking insane? So, this whole thing, like, yeah, I can, bitch about the little things and do readings on the little things, but I know that it is about a much bigger thing to enslave everybody. And there are some spiritual people, like, I don't know how things are going to be in the future, but some have said there's going to be two different factions: the indoctrinated, people in the smart cities, and the ones outside free. I don't know, but I do know there is coming a split of awakened people and people that are stuck on stupid. So I can feel the pressure that has been going on for years, but it is coming to a head, and things are going to get pretty bad. And it's hard to, you know, see the glasses half full these days, because shit is fucked. But you have to do what you have to do to hope for the best. I mean, I'm, a cynic. I hope for the best, but I'm prepared for the worst, because it can always get worse. But I do hope for the best, and I try to do what I can to keep my vibration high and, awaken my gifts and just be ready for when the shit hits the fan. I'll be ready and help do whatever the fuck I can do. But this whole agenda is meant to keep us separated, to keep people fighting so people don't come together, because if we're all working together, then they're fucked. So this is an agenda, and they don't like having so many people they can't control. So now a whole generation is being rendered infertile, and it's sad. But hopefully things will get better after the storm, which is coming. So just be prepared for it, and just know that it's more than these little things that are going on. There's a big picture. All right. Love y'all.